Hey guys, what's up? It's Slashy here, and today I'm gonna show you my interpretation of Rezael with the newest cards that got revealed in the anime and on the livestream. So on to the ride line, we have Wings of Aspiration, Soel. It has the generic grade 0 thing, when rode upon, if you want second, draw a card, and because we're in the new format, we get an energy crest. The grade 1, Patrol of Guts, Ventesta. When this unit is rode upon by Knight of Great Advent, Essensior, call this unit to rearguard and soul charge 1. Continuous rearguard during your turn. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Rezael in its card name, it gets 2k. Knight of Great Events Assessor. When this unit is rode upon by a grade 3 or Rezael in its card name, choose one of your cards with grade 2 or less from your drop and call it. And our main boss unit, Fated One of Miracles, Rezael. Its skill, Auto, Vanguard. When this unit attacks with Vanguard, CB1. Choose up to 2 cards from your drop with different grades and a total grade less than or equal to the number of cards in your damage zone and call them to your red circle. Divine skill. This is once per game. Act on Vanguard, Soul Blaster, return all critical triggers from your drop to the deck and shuffle it, and this unit gets drive +1. So triple drive until the end of the turn. Until the end of this fight, you cannot ride units other than Rezael in its card name, and you get, when you damage check, reveal a trigger unit other than a heal trigger if your damage zone has 5 or more cards. So basically on the 6th damage, choose a card from your damage zone, heal it, and you lose this ability. So it's a one-time use heal on 6 with any trigger, so it has to be a trigger unit. If it happens to be the OT, you can heal and then you remove the damage, so you technically heal twice. So onto the grade 3s, we have our 4 Rezael, of course, for the 3 Persona rides, and our other unit is the support, Gigantic Masher. Continuous rearguard. If your unit was placed on rearguard circle by the ability of your Vanguard with Rezael's card name, this unit gets 15k. So it's a beater. So if you call this unit or any other unit, it gets 15k and it makes magic numbers 28k. Next on to our grade 2s, we have Knight of Gentle Beauty, Nobia. When this unit is placed on rearguard, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Rezeal in its card name, CB1, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 grade 3 or less from among them, call it to rearguard, put it to the rest of the bottom of the deck in any order. If it's the battle phase, reveal it, put it in your hand instead of calling it. And Auto, rearguard. When this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Rezeal in its card name, Soul Blast 1, this unit gets 10k until the end of that battle. Divine Sister Biscotti. When this unit is put on Guardian Circle from hand or discarded from hand while riding from the ride deck, CB1 or Energy Blast 3 and draw a card. Its other skill, Auto. When this unit is placed on rearguard, if you Persona Road this turn, CB1 or Energy Blast 3, look at the top 3 cards from your deck, choose up to 1 card from among them, put it on the top of the deck, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. If it's not the battle phase, you may call it instead of putting it on the top of your deck. So in case you got damage denied, you can Energy Blast instead for both skills. That's a nice added fact. Next, I'm running Resurgent Dragon. When this unit is placed on rearguard from drop, if your Vanguard is a grade 3 or greater unit, it gets 10k. Nice unit to call off because it's a 20k beater and on Persona at 30k. Next, I run Spiral Cutie Angel. It's when this unit is discarded from hand during the ride phase, Soul Blast 1, put this unit to the bottom of the deck and draw a card. Its other skill, when this unit is placed on rearguard, if your Persona Road this turn, CB1, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose a card from among them, put it to your hand, and put the rest on the top or bottom of your deck. That's it for the grade 2s. On to the grade 1s. We run Aerial Sage, Continuous Rearguard. During the battle, this unit boosted. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Rezeal in its card name, it gets 5k. And when this unit boosts a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Rezeal in its card name, discard a card from your hand, countercharge, and this unit gets 2k. So on turn 3, when you're on Rezeal, if you call this to the back row and boost, just like your rear guards, it's a 13k booster. But if it's in the center column and you discard a card and countercharge 1, it'll become a 15k booster, which is nice numbers. Next, we run the promo Saragon. Can't wait for this card to come out in English. Auto. When this unit boosts, if you have more rear guards than your opponent, or if you played an order this turn, this unit gets 5k until the end of that battle, and at the end of the battle, retire this unit. Look at the top 2 cards from your deck, choose a card from among them, put it to your hand, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck. I run 4 of this guy because with Rezael's skill, you attack with your rear guards, and then with Saragon boosting it, it will retire itself, and you can call it back behind one of your units, boost it another time, and have a fun time getting cards to your hand. Then I run Yellow Jeweled Beast Topaz. When this unit is placed on rearguard or put on Guardian Circle, put a total of 2 cards from Soul or Drop that were in the Ride deck into your Ride deck face up, and perform either of the following skills according to the circle that was placed on. On rearguard, look at the top 5 of your deck, choose 1 card from among them, grade less than or equal to your Vanguard, and call it to rearguard. Shuffle your deck. If it was not during the main phase, rest that unit. Guardian Circle, this unit gets 15k shield until the end of that battle. It's a nice way to refill your board, or a nice 20k shield. Next, I run the PG's Palladium Zeal Dragon, just because it's the one that I have. When this unit is put on Guardian Circle, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit until the end of that battle. If your hand has 2 or more cards, choose a card from your hand and discard it. So if you have 2 cards in your hand, and one of them is Palladium Zeal, you can just put it on the Guardian Circle. Because you only have 1 card, you don't need to discard that 1 card to PG. Next, we have a Blitz Order, Elementaria Sanctitude, Continuous Sentinel. You can only run 4 Sentinels, so 3 Palladium, 1 Elementaria, and you can only have 1 Elementaria Sanctitude in a deck. And if your opponent's Vanguard has triple drive, this ability can be played without paying the cost. So in Premium, when your opponent strides, usually they have the triple drive logo on their thing, and if you have this, you just activate it, put it in the Odor Zone or in the Guardian Circle. It doesn't matter for people, and you don't have to pay the cost. But if they're in grade 3 and they only have like twin drive, you play this with discard a card from your hand if your Vanguard is grade 3 or less. So you can't really run this in like grade 4 decks. You can't run this in Ignis sometimes, just because if you ride Ignis, you can't use Elementaries. Choose one of your units and it cannot be hit until the end of that battle. Remove this card. You can't use this if you're on a grade 4 unit. If you're on grade 3, you're fine. Grade 4 or above, because there is grade 10 and 11 with Grifogila, you can't use Elementary Sanctitude. I'm also running Painkiller Ranger, auto, at the end of the battle that this unit boosted, Soul Blast 1, retire this unit, and draw a card. Just more ways to draw. On to the trigger units. First off, I'm running Spiritual King of Ignition, Valnot. It's the over trigger of the deck. You can only run 1 over trigger in a deck, and when revealed as a trigger, remove that card, draw a card, choose one of your units, it gets 100 million, and then the additional effect. The additional effect, choose one of your standing rear guards, and it gets the red text. Once per turn, at the end of the battle that this unit attacked, stand this unit until end of the turn. If you did not choose a card, draw a card, choose a card from your hand, and call it. This says any rear guard, so if you have a standing rear guard in the back row, you have to choose it. So you gotta be careful with what order you attack, just in case you do run this card. On to the crits, I run Blade Feather Dragon. It's a 4k. At the end of the battle that this unit boosted, put this unit to soul, choose one of your units, and it gets 2k. The 2k kind of matter in certain matches, just in case you are just like, you swing for 19 and your opponent's on like a 20k or 23 and you're at 21, to make it like match or go higher. I run Knights of Heavenly Hammer Dragres. I run 8 crits in total, 4 being the generic crits, and then 4 effect crits, 1 that put themselves into soul. Next, for this deck list currently, I should switch it, but I'm using Bard of Heavenly Song Alpac. It's continuous. On Guardian Circle, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, it gets 5k shield. It's a 20k shield, which is nice. The card that I should be using instead is Protection Magic Hirobi. Continuous Vanguard, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, it gets 5k. It'd be a 5k shield on grade 2 or less, but on grade 3 and above, it's a 10k shield. The reason why I should be using this is just in case I use Rezael's Divine skill and I damage check the draw trigger, I draw a card, heal 1, and that 1 extra draw might save my life. You might see it happen. Next, for this, onto heals, I run Healer of Heavenly Staff, Arshas. I just use the generic heal. I don't use any of the effect heals just because I don't know what matchup I'm going into, and I like 15k shields. That was the end of the deck profile. Hope you guys like it. See you guys next time. Bye!